Next up on WTV, a look into 3D animation classes, new info on student trips, this week's edition of Real Talk, and today's Sports Minute. WTV's Daily Update starts now. Good morning, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Friday, September 27th, and I'm Cooper Ragle with today's Daily Update, brought to you by Wingspan TV. While most learning happens in the classroom, some students will get the opportunity to learn in other states or countries. During the summer of 2020 and the 2020-2021 school year, some students will have the opportunity to travel to England or Washington, D.C.
I think the opportunity to travel to England will benefit the students because they'll be able to see the world and experience independent travel from their parents, which is a really exciting opportunity.
Teachers like Emily Griffin are looking forward to see the presidential inauguration.
I've never been to Washington, D.C., so I'm most looking forward to exploring the city and, of course, just seeing the presidential inauguration, because regardless of who gets elected, to actually be there, I teach history, I teach every president, and so to get to actually witness one will be an amazing experience.
Wiseman believes the change will really take learning out of the class and into the real world.
So I teach history, and we like to study art with history because it lets us know how people felt and what they believed. And so the chance to go and see that history in England up close and personal and all of that art in person is just unbeatable.
Students interested in the possible trip to England need to see humanities teacher Sarah Wiseman in room C152, while students interested in the inauguration trip can talk to social studies teacher Emily Griffin in room C119. Reporting for WTV, I'm Cooper Ragle. Students in the 3D modeling and animation class are creating their own unique original characters. WTV's Paul Lee has the story.
Students have been working on drawing and modeling their characters for the last few weeks in the 3D anime classroom.
We started Photoshop and we did a movie poster design thing, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's a process that can be complex.
Here in the beginning of the year, we're developing the characters, so who they are, their backstory, what is their personality like, and then we decide what they look like, and then we go on to develop their model sheet. So that is what the character looks like from all different kinds of angles. So with a professional, this would be more of a multiple month process because there are so many revisions that the character goes through.
Students drawing the character have to follow the sketching, coloring, and animating principles. Each of them are crucial to the drawing process.
I think the most challenging part of this process for the students is really coming up with the initial idea. So it's kind of hard to get the wheels turning, but once they do, it gets a little bit easier. The character development, I feel like, is a really important part of our curriculum because students get to see all different aspects of animation.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Paul Lee.
On this week's edition of Real Talk, WTV's Sydney Andros hits the halls to ask students about homecoming.
I'm WTV's Sydney Andros with this week's edition of Real Talk, and today we're going to hit the halls and ask students about homecoming. What are you doing for homecoming?
Me and my friends are going to go to the dance, and before that we're going to go get dinner.
We're going to take pictures, then go to dinner, then go to the dance, and then an after party.
What's your favorite part about homecoming?
My favorite part about homecoming is going out for dinner with my friends.
What are you looking forward to for homecoming?
The hanging out with friends part.
I think dressing up and the food. Yes, the food.
This has been WTV's Sydney Andros with this week's edition of Real Talk.
WTV's Walker Shippey gives you a recap of football on today's Sports Minute.
Liberty and Independence football faced off last night for the Redhawks homecoming game. The first quarter had strong showings from both sides of the field, with each team scoring 14 and 7 for Independence and Liberty, respectively. However, the Knights continued to develop the gap, putting up another 23 points by the half. In the second half, the Knights finished off the Redhawks, finalizing their win with 3 touchdowns and a field goal, totaling 24 points. The game closed with a final score of 61-7 Independence. The team is back in action next Friday versus the Colony at Tommy Burke Stadium at 7 o'clock. Volleyball plays tonight in their 27th game of the season, matching up against the undefeated Lebanon Trail Trailblazers. Both the Redhawks and Trailblazers are undefeated in District 9 5A play, sporting 8 wins and no losses. Because of this, tonight's match plays an important role in the contest for district champion status this year.
It's good. It kind of sets your tone for the second half of district. You know, once you get a loss, it kind of makes people think that they may have a chance. But ultimately, I think that it's going to be a good competition, and I expect to come out on top of it. I think we're going to have to work really hard to be successful, but I'm excited about the opportunity to play them.
Senior Emily Nickel sees the game as one of the most important district games for the Redhawks.
This game is definitely the most important game that we are going to play in district, because Lebanon Trail is the only team that we lost to last year. So we're waiting for a redemption game.
Tonight's game takes place at 6:30 at the Nest. Their 6th meet of the season, cross country competes tomorrow in the Carroll Dragon Cross Country Classic in Southlake. The boys team is coming off a 13th place finish last Saturday out of 22 competitors. On the girls' side, the team placed 12th out of 19 in their last meet. Tomorrow's Carroll Dragon Cross Country Classic starts at 7:30 at Bob Jones Park in Southlake. For WTV Sports, this is Walker Shippey.
If you're looking for more from Liberty Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. And now for today's announcements. If you're interested in starting a club, please find a sponsor that will support your club's mission and have the sponsor submit the necessary forms by September 27th. Antisocial Social Club meets every Friday during advisory in Mr. Ham's room, C243. Join the remind by texting FRIENDS 128 to 81010. There will be food, crafts, games, and prizes. Homecoming is set for Saturday, September 28th from 7:30 to 10 p.m. Homecoming dance tickets will be purchased with cash this week in the cafeteria during all lunches. If purchased at the door, tickets will cost $30. Everyone must present a school ID to get into the dance. Yearbooks and senior ads are on sale now. Buy them at balfour.com before September 30th for early bird pricing. That's it for today's Daily Update. This is Cooper Ragle for Wingspan TV.